pulled over for going at 57 miles per hour on a 40 mile per hour zone and using his phone while driving.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, sir? I'm Sebastian Sarasota Police Department. You're on audio and video recording. The reason for the stop, you were observed going 57 and a 40, and you were on your phone texting while you were doing that. That was at Euclid and Fruitville.
You don't need to point at me, officer.
I'm not pointing at you. I'm pointing in the direction where it was.
I just called the chief, that's it.
Go right ahead, sir. Can I
You
see
know
your
who I
license?
am, right?
Yes, sir, I do. Can I see your license, registration, insurance, please?
You can do this?
Yes, sir.
Right after the officer presents herself and asks for Martin's license, conflict starts, even daring to say, "You know who I am," in a bid to be released from his penalty.
I'm sorry? I still have a job to do, sir.
Yeah, for me. What's your name?
Officer Sebastian, it's going to be on the citation. Can I see your insurance, registration, and your license, please? Sir, can I have
How
your
long have you
paperwork,
been
please?
there?
7 years, sir. Can I see your registration, please? You're not going to give me your registration, sir.
You arrest me?
I'm asking you if you're going to produce me with your registration.
What happened?
You don't have it on you?
Look, go call the chief. Tell him how rude you just been to me. Play with this video.
Okay.
And then you call Marlon Brown. Then you call the mayor.
Okay.
They're not okay, though. Tell me what to do.
Okay, sir. Are you refusing to produce your registration?
After a back and forth between the two, we can see how candidate Martin thought higher of himself as he made subtle yet menacing threats to the officer's career or asked her to call her supervisor. But because these tactics proved useless, Martin kept escalating the threats, reminding her that she was making career decisions and then asking why was she doing it.
I'm asking you if you have your registration.
You making career decisions? Why
Okay,
are you
sir.
doing this?
Sir, because you were speeding and you were texting.
Says what? Where's your video?
All right. Hang tight.
Seeing no cooperation on his side, Officer Sebastian decided to go back to her car and make the appropriate ticket and delivered it to Martin, which, of course, he ultimately refused to accept.
Call the supervisor. I just spoke to your boss.
Okay.
That's not okay.
You want your paperwork?
Is it your Russian immigrant status that makes you speak to people like this?
It's on 14-6.
Call the supervisor.
14 dispatch, can you have my supervisor respond, please?
Yeah. And then we'll see who goes.
Okay. You don't want your paperwork?
6142,
You don't have a warrant.
Sir, you're going to be
I'm not
issued a
interested in
citation.
Anything you have to say. I'll wait for the supervisor.
You can wait for the supervisor, but I'm going to go through what I need to go through.
No, I'm not interested.
All right, you are going to be issued a
There's
citation.
the registration.
Well, you've been already issued a citation for that.
For what?
For failure to produce your registration.
All
All right. Sir, you're going to be issued a
Right.
citation 57 and a 40 for speeding. Your fine is
Right here.
$256. Information in the back.
It's
You're
right
going to have
here.
an option to
It's
plead
on your
guilty,
camera.
an option to plead not guilty, and an option to take a safe driver's course. If you qualify for the course, it will reduce your fine and it will reduce your points. If you decide to go ahead and do that, just make sure you do it prior to submission of
You know what?
payment.
You know what he said about you? You want to hear what he said about you?
He could say all he wants about me. I got a job to do, sir.
You know what he said about
Okay.
you?
If you
He said
fail
he's had
to
you
complete,
before like this,
okay,
and he's going to have you again.
and that's fine,
It's not fine. Why do you keep saying it's fine?
sir.
I'm a law-abiding citizen, and you're being bloody rude to me.
To no one's surprise, candidate Martin refused to receive his ticket and said to have called the officer's supervisor. Not only that, but he even dared to say that it was the officer who had been rude to him when only 30 seconds after the conversation started, he had already begun threatening to end her career.
You are going to be issued a citation for texting and driving. Okay. You are going to be issued a citation for texting and driving. Your fine is $116. Information in the back. You're going to have an option to plead guilty and an option to plead not guilty.
After the officer had given him the citation and the necessary ticket information, she had to go back to her car and wait patiently for her supervisor to come, not without candidate Martin making the situation more troublesome than it already was.
Sir, step back into your car or stand on the sidewalk so you don't get hit by a vehicle. It's for your safety. Sir, stand over there. It's for my safety and for your safety. Sir?
Finally, after 8 minutes of wait, the supervisor showed up.
Sarge Frangione is on his way. Stand over there. It's for my safety and for your safety. Sir?
Finally, after 8 minutes of wait, the supervisor showed up.
Sarge Frangione is on his way. Speeding 57 and a 40. Texting while driving. Failure to produce his registration when I asked. He told me I could look it up.
Okay. You know who he is?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, you might identify him.
Yes.
Okay. So you're just gonna stay by to sign him, or is that what?
He already got cited.
Oh, he has already.
Yeah.
Citation. So you just.
From the moment I woke up.
So you're just waiting for.
He's waiting for supervisor, and I guess he spoke to Frangione, so Frangione is on his way.
Okay.
Bobby just pulled up.
Sadly for the officer, the supervisor doesn't seem to be of much help, as the first words that came out of his mouth were, "Do you know who he is?" making reference yet again to the power this corrupt politician has and that they need to tread with caution. Now with the supervisor on the scene, we'll see even more disgusting corruption, and everything, luckily, was caught on camera.
Hello, Mr. Hyde. I guess you talked to Sergeant Frangione by the phone.
I did, yeah.
Okay, he's on his way. She requested another unit, so that's what
You
another
give
unit.
someone a certificate, ticket for no registration when they've got their registration. She's trying to make her spurs, but it's a big mistake.
Well, this one is the expired one, but
Well, it doesn't make it. It'll take 2
Yeah.
seconds.
yeah.
We're going to make sure that she pays the price for being disrespectful.
All caught on camera, candidate Martin Hyde blatantly threatens the officer in front of the supervisor and refers to "we" when saying, "We are gonna make sure she pays the price for being disrespectful," referring to some contacts he might have, not to mention the complete silence on the supervisor's side when listening to such statements.
I've lived here for 25 years. I've represented your unit. I've got no interest in listening to you, young lady.
I was talking to my sergeant. Sergeant, if you don't mind if we could step over off the road onto the sidewalk.
Yeah,
Oh,
just a
it's
second,
public
officer.
service, yeah. Come on, then.
Yeah, Mr. Hyde, like I said,
No.
you know,
I've
Sergeant-
represented you guys
Yes,
in
sir.
union discussions. My
Yeah.
son is a cop. I'm friends with
Yeah. Yes, sir.
everybody in the police department. This is the first time anybody has been disrespectful to me. And for what reason? I could care less. If they were going to write me a ticket, I could care less. I just pay the bloody thing. You don't think I got the money? It's the manner and the nature of it.
As Martin said it would seem that all the trouble he had caused hadn't been because of the ticket itself, as he would be able to afford it easily, but due to the way in which he had been treated by the police officer.
Outrageous. Yeah. Why would you do that? Why? I mean, of all the people to do it to.
Yeah, I understand, sir.
It appears as though the infraction was actually a big deal for Martin, as he kept threatening to end the officer's career.
Let me go talk to her and see.
Well, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
She's got it in her head. I know exactly who she is. Frangione told me exactly who she is. That's fine. 7 years might not turn into 8.
Candidate Martin continues to threaten the police officer's job directly to the supervisor until the supervisor leaves the scene to wait for the sergeant's arrival.
Stay in your car.
I just wanted to know if you want me to go back to the station.
You can go to the station. Yep, go to the station. Hey, Martin. Yeah, I have to leave it on.
After the sergeant's awaited arrival, the first thing that seems to concern Martin is the body cam on his vest, this being the reason for these body cams' existence in the first place, to avoid any type of corruption that might occur in these situations.
Alright, so here's the thing. She lied about the cell phone thing. She lied about I don't know, the speed. I could care less. You can give me the ticket all day long. I could care less about that. And then I gave her the registration, and she's, oh, registration? It's in the car there somewhere. She goes off, she writes me a ticket, she brings me back a citation. I said, there it is.
Okay.
And she still gives me it.
Okay. All right.
She's being fun. And the thing is, I appreciate that. I back you guys left, right, and centre.
I understand that. I do. Trust me, I do
And
know
I
that.
don't expect better treatment, but I don't expect worse treatment. If that's how you treat people, that's unacceptable.
I understand. I understand your frustration.
And I can get the video and I can play it to
I'm
the
going.
mayor. I understand that, but you know, the thing is, I don't take kind of. She knew exactly, because I said to her, I said, yeah, right away, I said, yeah. And she's like, yeah, I know. Straight away, writing the tickets. Why?
Well, she's a traffic officer.
Yeah,
That's what we
she's a
do.
traffic-
But I understand.
Yeah, I understand that's what she do.
Yeah.
I said, it's not what you do, and you know it.
Listen, she has a job to do. I'm not. But I understand.
I understand that's what she do.
Yeah.
I said, it's not what you do, and you know it.
Listen, she has a job to do. I'm not. Listen, I'm
Not
gonna
that
look
way.
at the. I'm gonna look at the video. I understand your concerns. I'm gonna look at the video. I notified everybody in the chain of command right now. That's what I was doing. That's why I was not coming here. I thought you were gonna meet me at the station, but it's not a big deal. She's going right now to dock her video. Right now, she's going to dock the video. And if there's problems, you will be the first to know.
Well,
and
I know
we'll-
this, but the difference is, I'll do something about it.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, I'm going to take your complaint, is what I'm doing. That's the first step.
How can you write a ticket for no registration when you've got the registration? I mean, as if I get a $150,000 car, I've lived here for 25 years and I don't register a car. Why do that?
I understand what you're saying.
Well, you tell me what the point is.
It's just a state statute that she enforces. She's not the only traffic
Would
officer
you
that
give
writes.
a ticket for that?
I really don't leave the office. I understand what you're saying.
I understand you have a video on there, but the fact is, nobody in their right mind would give a ticket for that to me. Nobody.
Notice how he adds me to the end of his sentence. He doesn't want special treatment, but uses language that so obviously tells us he does. After a few more minutes of an unfruitful discussion and several more threats to the officer's job, he finally decided to leave the scene. To everyone's satisfaction, he ended up paying the given ticket. Losing that year's elections was unmasked in front of the entire world and had to do an apology video that makes fake too big of a word for it.
You threatened her position. Why did you do that?
I tried to bully her. I mean, I'm not proud of it. She knew. And if you watch the video, the other cops, when they came up and said, you know who that is too. And the reason they said that isn't because I'm important, it's but because they know I've spent hundreds of hours working on behalf of causes for Sarasota Police Department, for its pay, for officers' discipline, to help them out. And therein lies the irony. My own son, my oldest son, is a deputy sheriff. And so this isn't a question of Martin Hyde disliking cops. This is a question of Martin Hyde being in a ratty mood on a Monday morning and acting in a way that he regrets. But I am sorry. And I'd like to think that I'll learn from it. I'd like to think other people might learn something from it too.
But regardless of what you think, corrupt and entitled politicians